Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation first impression on the brand new Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy foundation. So if you would like to see a review and a 10-hour wear test, please keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin and then I'm going to read you guys some information about this foundation. So I have kind of normal to dry skin at the moment, and this is supposed to be a dewy foundation. So I think I'm going to go in with this Aloe Pure Skincare. This is the Time Repair Serum by Alouette. This is what it looks like. I think I got it in an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm, but I really like it for a primer. So I'm going to be using this today instead of like a dewy luminous primer like I normally would. So I'm going to take 2 pumps and just spread it out. It gives me like a sticky, smooth base. I know it's a serum, but for some reason I really like it as a primer. And then on the back it just says, smooth away the appearance of lines and wrinkles with this age-defying green tea extract and alpha and beta hydroxy acids. How to apply: apply a small amount to clean skin in the morning and evening. I just applied this on top of my moisturizer. I think the shade that I got is going to be way too light. I ordered mine off of wetnwild.com, and then like right when it got here it was available at Ulta, so I was just like, ugh. So I picked up the shade Nude Ivory, and I did self-tan like 2 weeks ago, and for some reason it's like holding on for dear life. I don't know what's going on. I'm not mad at it, but I'm mad at it. So I'm going to be trying this one out today. As you can see, I think I need one that's like a couple shades lighter, but I have the regular Photofocus foundation as well. I did a foundation first impression on that, so I will link that in the description box if you'd like to check out that video. And I remember with that foundation, I feel like it was really hard for me to find my shade online as well. Like it was something that I had to go in store to look, because I feel like the names don't go with the shade. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a little bit too light, but I really want to try it out because it is brand new, so just bear with me. Hopefully we can just warm everything up with bronzer. So this foundation comes in 20 different shades. Like I said, I ordered mine from wetnwild.com and it retails for $6.49. The description says, the newest innovation to the cult favorite Photofocus franchise, the Dewy Foundation, a weightless, super nourishing foundation that delivers a natural all-day wear. Silky and creamy coverage is easy buildable from medium to full and is easily transitions from day to night wear. Ideal for normal to dry skin types, this moisturizing formula blends seamlessly, blurs imperfections, and helps minimize the appearance of pores for a perfectly smooth, dewy finish. Available in 20 cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, and vegan shades. Ultra lightweight moisturizing formula delivers buildable coverage and long-lasting hydrating glow. So when I tried out the original Photofocus foundation, I remember it kind of smelled like paint, and if I didn't like super moisturize my skin, it didn't look very good. Like it was almost too matte, and with my skin type I can get away with some matte foundations, just not all of them, and that wasn't like one that I could wear all the time. Like the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, for some reason I can wear that even when my skin is the driest, but the original one of these I could only wear when my skin had, like if I over did it on the moisturizer the night before and then the morning of, I could wear it. The directions for this says, always shake before use to activate. For medium coverage, apply a small amount from the center of the face outward and blend in with fingertips, sponge, or brush. Build to full coverage by layering as needed. So I'm just going to give it a good shake. I hope it's not like really light, but it probably will be. So the only thing that's written on the bottle, it just says Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy. And then the back just says hydrates and smooths complexion for a luminous finish, buildable coverage for normal to dry skin, shake well before use. That's all it says on the bottle. Does this have the spatula? Yeah, it does. So it has the spatula like the first one. This looks really light. Oh, you guys, I don't know if I can make this work. It's kind of like has like a pinky undertone. We'll see, maybe if we put it down my neck we'll be able to do it. And I'm going to use my Wet n Wild sponge. Oh yeah, I think it's like way too light. But it is blending out really nice. It does feel really lightweight. So it matches my neck, but it doesn't match anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna have to load up on the bronzer. You can see, yikes. This is the day that I should have worn a high neck top. I would say this is light coverage. I can still see some things, but it feels really light on the skin. I like the dewiness. It doesn't seem like it's like super overwhelming just yet. But yeah, I think I really like this. I think this would be another good foundation for those like no makeup days, or if you just want to just put like a light kind of, if you just want like a light coverage, like if you don't want to put a lot of makeup for the day but you just want to even out your skin tone, I think this would be really good. And then they also said that you could build it up to full coverage, so you can kind of use this foundation for whatever mood you're in for the day. Like if you want super glam full coverage, or if you just want, like I said, just a little bit of foundation just to even out skin tone. Oh, I wanted to see if this one smelled like paint. This one doesn't smell like the other one, but it smells a little like chemically. So for the brush side, I'm using the Morphe M439. It's been a while since I've used this brush. Oh my gosh, this is so light. Definitely getting more coverage with the brush. I don't know about you guys, but like I am not a big, like I hate buying multiple shades of foundation. Like it drives me absolutely insane, especially if I use the foundation and I don't end up liking it. And I guess I need to stop buying my foundations online and actually go to the store and shade match, because let's be real, I'm not going to return this and this is not my shade. But I guess I could use this to lighten up my darker foundations. But maybe we could use this video. It's like a video where how to darken up your foundations if they're too light. I didn't realize that it was going to be this pale, like this fair, like it's pretty fair, but I did get way more coverage with a brush than I did with the sponge with the same amount of product. So you're definitely going to get more for your money using a brush. I prefer a sponge, no matter if I have to keep adding to like build up the coverage. I, for some reason, just like a sponge better, but I definitely got more coverage with a brush. So if anything, I would apply this with a brush and just go over it with my sponge to make sure there's no brush strokes. But this is what we have right here. So I think I got, I would say this is light coverage and this is almost medium coverage with a brush. I'm just going to go over this side with my sponge. I really like the finish of this foundation. It just sucks that it's not my correct shade, but I really thought the nude ivory shade would be perfect for me once I lost my self tan. But even this is really, really light. And I think if I remember right with the original Photofocus foundation, I think the shades run lighter than what you would think. I'm gonna add just a little bit more just on the areas I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. I'm gonna pile that on my neck so we can just try to match my face to my neck. So I went in with like 3 dips and I think that's like good enough. I think I could get full coverage if I put on 4, but I feel like a broken record whenever I say this, but my ideal base would be like a light coverage foundation with a full coverage concealer. Like that's my favorite. I know a lot of people like full coverage and I do too sometimes, but like just on a daily basis, I would prefer, like I said, light coverage, full coverage concealer. So I'm using the brush to blend it up on this side, and it looks like I'm definitely getting full coverage out of this. This shade though has like a pink undertone to it because I really do like the finish of this. Feels really lightweight, like I can't feel anything on my skin. I think this might be a foundation that I actually go and find my shade for, the right shade, and get another one. Especially, I mean, it's only $6. And I love how it looks on the skin. You can see how tan my back is. I don't understand. I totally scrubbed off this self-tan, but I guess it's like still there. Maybe I'm just like a little tanner than I realized. But this is what my skin looks like up close. It looks nice and healthy and glowy. And to me, it just looks like skin. I'm definitely going to have to go get my actual shade for this foundation, but I am really liking this so far. So I'm just going to go in with a super light concealer since the foundation is so light. This is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I think I've only tried this once, and this is in the shade Fair Beige. I'm not a big fan of the huge doe foots, that's for sure. It's like I need to get another shade in this too, because this is really, really light. And I'm just going to use my sponge. Oh, I forgot how quickly this dries down. I think this concealer and foundation look nice together, but if you're trying to keep that like dewy look from the foundation, using a matte concealer probably wouldn't be the best idea. Like, I probably should have used a more like luminous concealer, like the Maybelline Fit Me. Like, I think that's the right amount of like, it's not too matte, it's more like a natural finish. But this looks nice together, it's just kind of matted out the foundation. So I'm going to use a super dark contour bronzer shade, because I really need to darken up this foundation. So I'm going to use the Milani Contour and Highlight Cream Liquid Duo. This is like the contour stick, so it has a gold liquid highlighter on the other side, and then on the side it has the contour. So let's use this, and let's hope that it'll really warm up this foundation. This is my new favorite brush to blend out my cream contour and cream bronzer. This is the Japanesque 845 brush. It's listed as like a BB cream brush, but I don't like it for that at all. But I really like it to blend out like cream contour. Oh my gosh, I look crazy. I feel like that helped. I'm getting that like super like Kim K like brightness in the center, and you know, like the super like dark contour. I'm gonna add some more though, just because I really need this to match. So I'm gonna go up a little higher, and then we'll add some here too. Oh my gosh, I haven't contoured this much ever in my entire life, but I'm determined to make this shade work. So I'm just kind of mixing that contour shade in with the foundation down here. I mean, it seems like it's working, right? I'm gonna go back to edit this video and be like, "Wah!" I mean, what do you think? Like I said, this is like when contouring and highlighting first came out, and everybody had this like super extreme contour and highlight. I guess I'm bringing that back. I'm gonna switch brushes to blend out my nose. I swear I've been moisturizing the crap out of my face, but like for some reason I could not get the sides of my nose to like be moisturized. Like I feel like my nose in general is just so incredibly dry, and like nothing I put there is working. So this is what my skin looks like up close with the foundation, concealer, and the cream contour. I don't think it looks half bad, and look, I think it kind of matches. I'm going to jump off camera real quick and fill in my brows, and then I'll come back and we'll apply some powder. Brows are done, and this foundation still feels really, really sticky. So I kind of want to set it with like a darker powder, but I don't know if that would make it look funny. I feel like it might make it look weird if I try to set it with a darker powder. So I'm just going to use, my La Prairie loose powder. This is in the shade 2, translucent 2, so it's just a smidge darker than like the first shade. I think there's only 2 shades of this. This is what it looks like. So let's just try this, because I think if I use my Maybelline one, in the shade medium that I would normally use. I think that might be like too dark. I've been loving this brush for powder. I tried it for the first time the other day and I really, really like it. It's the Morphe E1. The only thing that sucks is I'm using like the travel size of the La Prairie powder. So if you buy this, you get the full size and then you also get like a little travel size. And I haven't even opened the full size one. That's how long this has lasted. It's crazy. But the way to get this out, just, I hate the whole packaging of it. It just drives me absolutely insane. Like when you shake it, it just goes on the mirror. Like, it's so messy. And if you're gonna pay, if you're gonna buy this for the price, like I feel like they could have done a better job. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in there, and I've been like really sloppy with powder lately. I just slap it everywhere, leave it for a few minutes, and then wipe it away with a stippling brush. So that's what I'm doing, and it looks like this just mattified everything, which is not what I was going for. I really wanted to keep that like dewiness, but I mean I have to set my foundation because if I don't, I can't apply like any other powder products. But I feel like this powder really helped kind of darken up the foundation without making it like super dark. So I think with this foundation, if I was going to wear it for a long period of time and wanted to apply bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that, I would definitely set it with a powder, but that takes away the whole dewiness of it. But that's how I would wear it if I wanted more of like a full glam. But if I wanted more natural glam, I would just do the foundation, not a matte concealer though. So I would do the foundation, and what concealer I've been really liking. So I went back to the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I know a lot of people hate this, but I wore this the other day with just foundation and a cream highlighter, and I didn't set my face at all, and I thought it looked really nice, and it held up, you know, for a few hours, and it didn't really crease that much. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. So I think if I wanted to keep the dewiness of the foundation, I would wear the foundation with this concealer and then just a cream highlight and brows and be out the door in like a gloss. So I think that's like the two ways that I would wear this. So I need to set my under eyes. I'm just going to use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm trying to use this up. I really honestly don't really like it, and I think it's like super comparable to the RCMA No Color Powder, and that's way cheaper. And I went back to my Real Techniques setting brush. Haven't used this in forever. I went through my brush drawer and just kind of like switched out the brushes that I've been using seriously probably for like 2 years straight. I tried to switch them out with brushes that I either haven't used in a long time or haven't used at all. So, forgot how much I really like this brush. It's really good. You guys, I totally made this foundation work. Oh. Anyways, I think anyways. But this is what my skin looks like with the foundation, concealer, cream contour, brows, and powder. I think it looks pretty good. The call time is going to be 3:05, so 3 o'clock. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to let you guys know how everything went on and just give you like another update of my skin. But I really like this so far. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm going to tell you everything that I put on my face. For bronzer, I went in with my Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. This is in the shade 01 Light. For some contour, I went in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I just took the medium contour shade, and then I took the kind of yellow banana looking shade right here just to set my under eyes. I was trying to like tone down the like fair paleness of my under eye, and I applied like the yellow. I think it helped, but I don't know. For blush, I used my Buxom blush in the shade Dolly. This is like a really pretty, like, goes with any kind of makeup look, but it is so pigmented. Like, you definitely have to go in with a light hand, and there's been a couple times that I've just been like, and it's crazy. So make sure if you try out these blushes, you definitely use a light hand and build up. Don't go in with like a fully coated blush brush and then there's like no point of return after that. For highlighter, I use this Milani highlighting palette. This is the shade Rose Glow 03, and I just mixed the lightest shade with the like middle kind of gold shade. It reminds me of Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics, but I just mixed the two of them, and that's what I have for highlighter. And then for my crease shade and my lower lash line, I just use that Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess bronzer. For mascara, I used the CoverGirl Peacock Flare in waterproof, and then on top of that I went in with the Essence Lash Princess that's also waterproof. I paired these together and I think they look really nice. It didn't really give me any volume, it just gave me like length and separation, which I'm okay with. I think they look really nice. I just realized that I didn't put any on my lower lash line, so I guess I'll do that when I get off here. But then to set my face, I kind of skip setting my face depending on if I feel like I really need it or not, because I think my eyes are allergic to setting spray. Because I feel like if I apply it, I don't know why, but my eyes will start watering and they get really itchy, and it has to be the setting spray because when I don't use it, I don't have that problem. So I don't know what's going on. So I use this and I just blocked my eyes. This is the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I figured this would really help bring back that dewiness that I took away when I applied that La Prairie powder. So anyways, for lips, I just realized I had lipstick on my teeth. Anyways, I used MAC Strip Down Lip Liner, and then I applied this Buxom Vava Plump Honey Dew. I think it's like a liquid lipstick, but it's a shiny one. I really like it. I've only tried one other shade of this. It was like a paler pink shade and I really liked it. So I took out this shade to try today. So it's just like a peachy nude shade, and I think it looks really nice with the MAC Strip Down Liner. So this is what my skin looks like up close with all the makeup. I think it looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some nude eyeliner into my waterline and then apply some lower lash mascara, but this is what I have so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, and I'll see you guys back here in about 4 hours for my first check-in. Hey guys, so I'm here for my first check-in. It is 7:17, so I've had this foundation on for about 4 hours and 15 minutes, and I haven't even looked in a mirror yet because I filmed another video after this, then I made dinner, then I edited some photos, so I haven't even really gotten a chance to see what it's looking like. Ooh, my forehead looks dewy. So my forehead's looking pretty shiny. So I definitely have to powder the next time I see you guys. That means I would have had the foundation on for 8 hours, and this is only 4 hours of wear, and it's pretty dewy. But I'm gonna say it was probably that Catrice spray. But my cheeks still look really nice. My under eye looks really nice. I have zero complaints. I think it looks really nice. I almost wish though, like the dewiness up here was like kind of down here too. So I think I'm definitely going to have to powder at the 8 hour mark because I feel like my forehead is just gonna get like totally out of control. I was looking. Okay, wait, I did look in the mirror right after I filmed the first part of this video, but I haven't looked at it since. But I thought that I did a fairly decent job matching this foundation to the rest of my body, but I did add a bunch of cream contour and bronzer, but it didn't make it work. So I think I am still going to buy like my correct shade, but what I think I'm gonna do is self-tan, and then the day after I self-tan, when I'm like the tannest, I'm gonna go to the store and pick out a shade or two darker. That way I can mix this one in with that and I can use both instead of just getting my correct shade and then never being able to use this one. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Because I guess at worst I can mix this foundation with other foundations if they're too dark, but I don't really like mixing brands like that. I know a lot of people do that, but I just don't. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. I already like this foundation 1,000 times more than the original. So this is what my skin looks like up close after 4.5 hours. I just got an idea. Maybe I'll do half my face with this, the dewy one, and then half my face with the original matte. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. My bangs are getting so long, I need to cut them. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off here and I'll see you guys back here with for my 8 hour check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for my 8 hour check-in. It's 11:37 right now, and I'm definitely going to Powder, my forehead is a greasy mess. I think a lot has to do with my bangs being down and that Catrice setting spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my forehead. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see my chin. It looks all... Oh. I definitely didn't notice that. What a difference 4 more hours can make. All of this looks horrible. I mean, my under eyes look okay, and that I put the concealer there too. So it must just be like a combination, like right here, it just does not look good. Here's what my skin looks like up close. See how oily it is right here? But then look at this. It's starting to like separate all here on my chin. But what I've noticed, and I felt like I was crazy the first time, and then I heard somebody else say it on YouTube, I can't remember who it was, but I feel like the formula of foundations is different in the darker colors than the lighter colors. Like I feel like for some reason lighter color foundations, the formula is like more drier. Does that make sense? And it like lays on the skin differently. And then like say I had a darker shade in this foundation, it would look totally different on my skin. Like I used to think I was crazy, but I have tried like for instance, I have 2 shades right here from Too Faced Born This Way. So I have the shade Porcelain, which is the lighter one, and then the shade Sand I use for when I'm tan. And these two, they look similar on the skin, but completely different at the same time. Like this looks more drier and this looks healthier. Like, I don't know, maybe it has to do with like the way they mix the pigments and stuff for like the lighter skin tone shades, but I swear like shades 1 through 5 of foundations, like the most porcelain shade to like probably like the light shade, depending on the shade range, the formula is way different than like a medium shade. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and set my forehead with the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Powder. This is in the shade 10 Porcelain. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to use my powder brush that we used to set the face and press that in. Okay, that looks much better. And then I'm just going to set my chin just to see what happens, even though it's like a mess. But maybe this will fix it, kind of. No, it just made it worse. Yeah, that does not look good around the mouth area 8 hours in. I would have been better off just not adding any powder and just leaving it like oily, because now adding that powder just made it separate right there. And I've used that Maybelline powder before and it hasn't done that to me. Hasn't made my skin look like this. I really wanted to like this foundation too. Like I felt like I did such a good job of getting it to like match my body and I had really high hopes for it, but now I'm like, it's just not lasting. Did it say how long it was supposed to last on the skin? I don't think it did. Like I don't think it had any claims. No, it doesn't say, but it does say delivers buildable coverage and a long-lasting hydrating glow. I guess everybody's definition of long-lasting is different, but I'm gonna say that this foundation only lasted for about 8 hours and then it started to break up in this area here. So to me, that's not long-lasting. Long-lasting to me is if I can make it through my 10-hour wear test. I think 10 hours is fair. I think the majority of people that work like 9 to 5 or, you know, like 8-hour shifts during the day, like I feel like they need their makeup to last like 12 hours a day because you have to get ready in the morning. You got to go to work. What if you have errands to run after work? Like I feel like you need the makeup to last at least 12 hours on a normal day, especially if you're at work and you're going to wear a full face. And to me, this did not last that long. So this would be like I only need makeup on for a couple hours a day, maybe 3 or 4 hours, because we were still okay at the 4-hour mark. So this would be like a foundation I think that I would apply if I was only going to be gone for like 3 or 4 hours, and I was gonna come home and nobody was gonna see me and I could take it off and, you know, relax the rest of the day. But this is definitely not a foundation that I would trust to be out and about for longer than 4 hours, because I wouldn't want to look like this. But I'm not saying it's a bad foundation. It's not a bad foundation. I actually really like it. It's just not long lasting, like, at all. So I'm gonna leave it on for another 2 hours. Okay, you know what? What happens if you spray setting spray on top of foundations that started to separate? Let's try it. Might as well. So I'm gonna go in with the Catrice Dewy Glow Setting Mist again. It didn't do anything. I thought maybe it would save it. I mean, it made it look like a little bit better. Like with it back to being like dewy, it's a little bit harder to notice it separating in between my eyebrows, but I mean, I can still see it. It just like masked it a little bit. But my chin still looks really dry and separated, so it didn't do anything down there. But I just wanted to try and see if that would make a difference. So I'll see you guys back here in 2 hours for my final check-in. Hey guys, so I'm here for my final check-in. I've had this foundation on for 10 hours and my skin still looks the exact same that it did 2 hours ago when I saw you guys last. Just a mess from here to here. So I took a couple of pictures right after I saw you guys last, so that was 8 hours of wear. So I took a picture with no flash and I'll insert it here so you can see what it looks like here and here, like from my iPhone. I feel like you can really see what I'm talking about through this picture. And then I took one with flash, you can see here, and it doesn't look as bad with the flash as it does with no flash. So yikes. I still like this foundation. I obviously need a different shade, but this is not a long wearing foundation at all, but I still like it. So I'm not going to not recommend it because I still think it's a good foundation. It's affordable. It's just not long lasting. So you just need to like pick and choose when you would like to wear it, I guess, type of thing. Or maybe with a different primer it might look better. I mean, I think it's a pretty good foundation. I will continue to wear it. I'm just not going to I'm not going to wear that to a theme park, you know, for like 12 hours, or I'm not going to wear it to where I know I'm going to be gone for a really long time. I am going to go pick up, I'm going to look for my actual shade and then get a shade 2 shades darker, 2 or 3 shades darker, so that I can mix these two and this one just won't go to waste, you know what I mean? So I am going to do that because it is only like $6. So I am going to do that. So I do like it. So I definitely recommend it, just not for a long time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this foundation first impression of the new Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy Foundation, and I will see you guys later. Bye.